What's up, everybody? So I wasn't planning to make this video, but I just saw something very, very interesting that I have to point out and make a video about SoFi. Currently, SoFi is around $8.30 last time I checked. It absolutely got shellacked. It absolutely got destroyed after earnings. What a sad day. It hit earnings, did the best quarter that they've ever had. So much growth. We're very close to GAAP profitability. We were up 20% after hours. The next day, my options were up like 40 something percent. And we went from, I believe, like $12 to back to $8.50, which is a fantastic buying opportunity because it's such an overreaction. And like I'm so close to wanting to sell out of my other options to free up money to buy SoFi, but I think I'll wait a little bit. But I do have a lot of SoFi options, which I think SoFi options are becoming super, super juicy, especially January 2025, $15 strikes. Now, I was walking by a couple of different banks. I was doing my regular business, and I walk by and I see this. Fully liquid way to save, Apple Advantage Money Market, 3% APY on balances over $10,000. And then I walk over here and I see 7-month CD for 4.5%. The craziest shit is people are going to be using these banks. People are going to be putting their money into this absolute fugaziness. Earlier today, I saw somebody get 4.5% APY on SoFi. I thought it was 4.4. Maybe they're giving 4.5 already. And even Robinhood is giving 4.9%. But I'm not going to talk about Robinhood right now. Let's talk a little bit about SoFi. SoFi gives you a 2.5 million, if I'm not mistaken, FDIC insurance. The question is, why would you not use SoFi? Why would you waste your time with any other bank? The only reason people are wasting their time with any bank that's not SoFi is they don't know any better. All right? Like, they literally don't know any better. I was walking across the street and there was another bank also offering for a 7-8 month CD. You're getting 4 point something percent. But why would you do that? Like, what is the point? Guys, SoFi is absolutely shellacking the competition. It's not even close. The only question is, at what point do they reach GAAP profitability? And are you going to be a shareholder or not? Give me one moment. I'm about to walk into my car, and then I'm going to redo this video. So just stick with me. Don't sign off. Ooh, it's mad hot. I'm going to try to do this without the AC. There is a 100% bottom line here when we're talking about SoFi. The bottom line is they do everything better. They do everything faster. They do everything leaner. They're doing a lot more innovation, and they do a lot more marketing. They do a lot more public relations. And they're intertwining their data, they're molding everything using artificial intelligence. Now, the word artificial intelligence, let's start backwards, is used in all business right now. But in reality, they are using artificial intelligence. They are using data mining and getting as efficient as possible through your existing data. They said it themselves that they are using Datadog. So that is a huge, huge Datadog is a data brick. I think they said Datadog that they're using them. So that's huge. Most banks are not using that. I know JP Morgan has a deal with Palantir, but most banks are not using actual artificial intelligence, and to the extent of them actually using it. So that's where a huge advantage and moat is when it comes to SoFi. Because they're so lean, faster, innovative, using data, using technology, and modern in general, they can bring more products to the market. Believe it or not, as much products as they're giving you right now, they can still offer more. For example, business banking, and that's where there's a lot of money in banking. How do banks make money besides for, taking your money and lending it out? They actually make it in fees. All those overdraft protections, which SoFi doesn't charge on, and other type of fees, cashier's checks, bank checks, transfers, things like that. The most fees where you actually get fees is from business banking. So when SoFi moves into business banking, they're going to be able to charge actual fees for the services that they provide. Also, custodial accounts. They don't offer custodial accounts. For the trading, they don't offer retirement accounts, right? So there's a lot of additional things that they can do to generate revenue. Right now, all the revenue that they're doing, this unbelievable quarter that they had, for the most part, is all coming from personal loans. They didn't even start realizing all the revenue and growth potential from student loans, and then in the longer term, house loans, mortgages. When that comes in addition to the personal loans, that's when you're going to have this gap profitability, which should bring the price of SOFI up even more. Because SOFI is so lean and so nimble, bottom line is nobody's catching up to them, but SOFI is going to be catching up to a lot of bigger banks. Are they going to be the number one bank in the world? I don't think so. Are they going to be the number one bank in the United States? I'm sorry. I don't think so. Are they going to be one of the biggest banks? Possibly. Because they're going after the retail banker. They're not going after the big business. It's going to be hard for them to compete on the scale of big business like a JP Morgan, for example. But that doesn't mean they can't be huge. That doesn't mean that they can't bring you so much returns. Also, innovation. Listening to the actual community. People complained about the user interface for the investment app. Well, they just revamped the entire user interface and they're going to keep making it bigger, better. They're going to make it akin to Robinhood, I think, or very similar to Robinhood. Although they don't need to rely on that, they're doing it because the community was asking for it. So it's very important. Anthony Noto was actually speaking to people on Twitter. So then you have the situation where SOFI is footing, foundations, fundamentals, the actual numbers, they're growing. And SOFI has a story. So they have the actual growth, the actual numbers. And they have a Cinderella story over here. They also got the David versus Goliath story going. And they're a fan favorite among retail investors and retail bank users. The small guy. This is all going to be amplified and magnified in the future once SOFI holds your hand through your entire life. And not only you bank with them through the different courses of your life, but your family, your next generation, so on and so forth, banks with SOFI as well. They're going to hold your hand as you're doing student loans, and they're going to hold your hand through an auto loan. They're going to hold your hand through a mortgage or a home loan. They're going to hold your hand through a personal loan, so on and so forth. Another positive that SOFI has is the FICO scores. There's going to be a lot of delinquencies in loans. I believe SOFI was projecting for 4% delinquencies. They actually had I want to say half of that. I don't know the exact numbers because the strength of their loans is super strong. I know Chris tried to get a loan. They didn't give it to him, and Chris is super qualified, right? They don't just give loans willy-nilly. It's difficult to get a SOFI loan. But because it's difficult to get a SOFI loan, they're actually doing their due diligence. The more people that bank with them, the more due diligence they can do at a cheaper cost, faster and easier using data mining or artificial intelligence. There you go. Guys, if you love SOFI at 12, you absolutely have to be in love with SOFI at 830, 840, 850, whatever the price is right now. If SOFI dips below $8, what a fantastic buy. Or you could set it in the sidelines if you guys already have your position and really wait. Maybe SOFI goes back to $6 or $5. I don't know. I don't think it will. But maybe it will. If you guys have the money, just sit on the sidelines and chill out if you guys already have a huge position. But if you guys have buyer's remorse and you didn't get a chance to buy SOFI before the run-up, this is your second chance. So many times people are going to say, I wish I got in, I wish I got in, I wish I took advantage, I wish I had a second chance. And when the second chance comes, like there is right now, people don't take advantage of the second chance. Everybody wishes for the dip, they don't take advantage. And then they don't DCA either. Guys, take advantage. Seize the day, seize the moment. SOFI today, after this earnings, is a far better company than it was 6 months ago. And the price that you're paying right now is a good price for SOFI because it was able to retreat. In any case, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This was not a planned video. I literally saw those Fugazi rates, and I'm like, wow. Every time I go into a legacy bank, like an actual bank branch, or I walk by one, I'm like, this confirms my opinion and thought and process and thesis of SOFI, like so many other people in the community have. Guys, enjoy the rest of your week. I'm about to listen to the Arnie and Amit space on Twitter or X. Maybe I'm going to actually film it live. SOFI to the moon. Everybody have a good one. Bye-bye.